It is Chain Dog with his Dark Souls RTD edition, where I will be attempting some hardcore gaming with some softcore drinking. If it goes really badly, it'll end up flipping around. I've got a sober driver with me tonight, Liam Suit. He will be also running in an adjacent stream, probably on a slightly cleaner platform, slightly a little bit more filtered and slightly a little bit more settled than what I've got to offer, but I'm not getting monetized, so I actually don't give a flying fuck. You don't need to get banned once. So here we go, Dark Souls Remastered. Really excited about this person myself. Liam Suit has already been playing through it. You need to check out his channel because he's been doing a series called s0les, which I will be pinning to my channel for you to have a look at. Really exceedingly good. That Liam does a great job on the narration, keeps it simple, keeps it amusing, and an overall really good overall view of the Dark Souls Remastered world. Dark Souls Remastered, for those who aren't in the know, is a true remaster of the original Dark Souls game, and it looks great. From what I've seen on Liam's channel, looks great. It's been one of the big motivators of me getting this game. I mean, I am a Souls fan. I have platinum Dark Souls 3. Liam, I think you've platinumed it as well. Is that true?
I have not finished platinuming it. Once I found out Dark Souls Remastered was coming out, I wanted to save the replay through on Dark Souls 3 for after I finished up Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Alright, so we've got that to look forward to. That's fantastic. And if it's as good as what the s0les series has been so far, it'll be something to look forward to. So yeah, check it out, guys. I will be pinning that onto my channel in the near future. You'll be hearing a voice in the background. That would be my little friend from Lupin Games. He will be occasionally checking the chat data in case somebody actually feels inclined to jump on and listen to this shit. So I am absolutely new to the game. Fresh download as a few days ago. I've actually been going hardcore on No Man's Sky, don't judge. And I haven't even created a character yet. Now what I'm looking at doing is an arcane build. Liam, who has been playing, has said that he's going to be doing a new build as well. You'll be able to see that on his channel and live at this time. And I believe he's already done it. And Liam, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have not opened up with this kind of character before. I've never played a faith character. So I decided to go ahead and create a faith character based on speed of casting miracles. So a stronger build would be a strength faith build, but this build will focus on strength and dexterity so that I can get those miracles out as fast as possible, and hopefully I can spam some lightning spear and some force, just some force spells as much as I can. That's what we'll be focusing on. He is named Leviticus.
Which is actually pretty cool. Anyone who's like Old Testament as fuck will recognize the reference. If not, read a book.
I just need to go to YouTube.
Oh, okay. Off you go then. My offsider there, Lupin Games, knows a little bit more about live streaming than what I do, and the fact that that is an RTD edition, I'm already well toasted. So Liam's already well ahead of the curve on me. I'm sitting in the remaster screen here. Liam, I'm about to hit new game. What am I expecting to see apart past the gamma screen?
First, you're going to see an epic cutscene. It'll explain the basis and premise of Dark Souls and where it's coming from, why things are the way they are to an extent. So you want to focus and try to remember as many of the names as possible and what they reference to, because they will come up in the future. Some of them you will meet, and some of them you will end up finding out more history about. But it's very crucial to remember, because the little pieces you pick up in the future won't mean anything unless you keep in mind what happens in the cutscene.
Yeah, really excited about this for these reasons. So without further ado, let's actually get into it. So I'm hoping I've got my gamma set to 7. I tend to be a bit of a blind to the darker colours, so I'm hoping that the game is going to look alright with a gamma set at 7. What do you usually have your gamma set to, Liam?
My gamma, I generally don't even pay attention to the number. I bring it up to the point where I'm not completely blind in the darkness, but darkness still has effect.
Okay, well, without knowing the setting, again, Liam's YouTube videos on his channel are great to watch. The clarity on them is great. So yeah, check them out. I'll pin them later on. All right, options. It's good to have options. I'm not going to actually. I have a preference for leaving subtitles on. I hope that's not annoying, but it's just something I prefer to do. And this is because I've got surfers here. Sometimes I'll miss dialogue. Also, I apologise beforehand. You may see a black box appearing occasionally in the top left-hand corner of the screen. It's because I don't turn my notifications on. Off. I prefer to keep my regulars, keep in touch with my regulars, and see what's going on. So, if that does get a little bit annoying, I apologise in a soz not soz manner. Oh look, controls. That's good. Lock on target. That's an important one. Yeah. A little bit like R3. Is that the same as Dark Souls 3 for the lock on? Just trying to remember. It's been a little while. Dark Souls 3 was such a great game. Liam and I did a lot of co-op in that game. I think he captured some of the action on his channel. I've certainly got some videos. Some of my favourite times, like Dark Soul, was it Dark Eater? What was the name of that boss? Yeah, Dark Eater Medea. That's the one. That was great. That was absolutely fantastic. Okay, Liam, can I just get you to check your audio settings, please? Apparently, Lupin's having trouble hearing you.
There should be. Sorry, it's going to go black screen
Okay.
for a moment, guys.
Okay, Lupin's just taking control at the moment, so we might get a black screen for a moment, guys. I'll be right back.
Can you press enter?
What?
Won't let me. There we go.
Yeah, it's because the X button's playing up on this controller.
Liam, you're in party settings, right?
Yeah, party settings. Is my voice too loud or too quiet?
Yeah, he's in party setting. He is in
Go
party
to
setting.
allow your voice to be shared. You could, and it'll show up on like broadcast and video clips. You can either make it always allow or allow for current party. So when you leave the party, it'll turn off again. That way, everyone
My
should be able to
sharing
hear you.
is all turned on.
Yeah, is your allow your voice to be shared on always allow?
Should be. Include microphone audio and clips. Include microphone audio podcast and share party. Is all turned on.
Yeah, this is under your party settings in the actual party itself. So if you go into the party, the chat party.
Party settings.
And this is and
Oh, hi.
allow.
It's on always allow. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Echo.
just waiting. Is it coming back yet, son?
Mic test.
Hello. Can you hear me yet? Hello.
Okay, so it's on definitely on the always allow.
Yeah, I just put it to always allow. I don't know if it needs to be updated or what.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, is it coming through
Starting
clear?
to come through?
Still kind of quiet, but you can hear it.
Okay, yeah. No, he's got a naturally quiet voice, so that's natural. Whereas I'm a deaf prick.
Yeah,
And I'm loud. Okay, cool.
I
All
am
right.
a little bit quiet.
It's a bit of a shame that you missed out on the dialogue earlier on. However, you know who you're talking to, Liam Suit, and you've already heard me going on about his channel, so that still applies. And we'll pick up the dialogue from here. Again, Lupin Games will be monitoring what's going on in the channel. For anyone who actually gives a shit about watching. If not, then obviously everyone's going to be able to catch up on the YouTube later.
Anybody interested? I am not currently streaming on YouTube. I've got a 24-hour hold before I can stream there. But I am currently streaming on Twitch at Liam Suit.
Twitch is a good platform. The only downside is you've got to be a partner for it to be saved, don't you? For the
I think so. I am not currently a partner, so it won't be saved. But
the RTD for the evening is Woodstock Bourbon. So that's the RTD part of the title screen. Now I'm going to go with my regular. For anyone who has gamed with me in the past, they will know this handle. Cobain, sex, lots, male, class. We want to go with. Yeah, you guys are gonna probably think I'm fucking nuts for doing this, but this is just how I roll, alright? Okay, don't judge. Here we go. Sorcerer. Gift. Okay, interesting.
For the gifts, I do have one correction. The tiny being ring, while the description leads you to believe that it gives you some health regeneration, what it does is it gives you a very tiny amount of additional health.
Oh, it's not really necessary. Ancient ring with no obvious effect. Great. I mean, is there any other point, like picking any of this other stuff apart from Master Key, Liam?
Yes, the Divine Elixir, I think it is actually pretty decent. You only get one of them.
Yeah. Is that the Goddess's Blessing?
Yes, the Goddess's Blessing. So you get one lapse, I believe, and it'll completely restore your health and give you a stamina regen buff, I believe. The Black Firebomb, it'll give you 10 firebombs that are actually quite potent, especially during some of the early bosses.
It's kind of weird because a lot of the stuff I don't recognise as starting items from other Souls-like games, so it's quite interesting in that respect.
The humanity is pretty simple. The extra souls gift is pretty simple. They just give you one of them just gives you a twin humanity, so you just get 2 starting humanity. It's useful if you're a speedrunner.
Trinket, no effect, but fond memories comfort travelers.
Yeah, I have not effect on that one either.
Alright, well, to speed things along here, Liam, and in terms of a sorcerer, what do you think best suits a sorcerer?
For the gift? For the gift, I would probably go with the Black Firebomb. That will pretty much... the Black Firebombs you start out with, and the... you'll be able to pick up a few more regular Firebombs. That will pretty much allow you to get through the first couple bosses pretty simply before you get any really powerful spells. Alright.
Well, I've selected that. Physique. Let's have a look at... we're going to go with slim, not because I'm fattest, because that would be silly of me to do. Actually, what we got?
It's alright, my monk is chunky enough for both of us.
I'm not going to go too hardcore on the appearance here. I don't see a lot of top heavy, tiny head. Yeah, tiny head doesn't... I don't think really sort of... I might go... Actually, no, I might go very slim. I want to go sort of...
It makes you wonder.
I want to sort of go...
Were they actually...
Yeah, Karen?
Were they actually serious when they created the character creation model? Because you can rarely ever get decent results from it.
It's... I don't know, it's interesting in a certain respect. You can spend a lot of time on a character. You really, really can. And there's a lot of games... I mean, I'm thinking of Dragon Age. You think about games like Dragon Age. Or even Skyrim, and wow, you can spend a lot of time on character creation. No, I'm just going to go with a shaved head because that's how Cobain usually rolls. He wants to go, not that it matters, dark blue, and that's it. Okay. Alright guys, standing by. I'm not too sure what happens after this, so here we go. Okay, to start game with this character, I'm very okay with that. Let's do this.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of s0les and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Mate, that was awesome of you, but I'm really not that hungry. Yeah, so there we go.
What's going on?
Dungeon cell key. Okay, that will help me get out of here.
I'm having serious deja vu right now.
What'd you think of that cutscene?
Oh, look, brilliant. And so much already that I can connect with the world of Dark Souls 3, which is, let's face it, it's a really sort of so all-inclusive when it comes to the series. Dark Souls 3. Yeah, fantastic. Could gab on about that, but we're not playing Dark Souls 3.
No. The only other cutscene that I personally think is comparable to Dark Souls 1 cutscene is the Demon Souls cutscene.
See, Demon Souls is probably a game I'll never get to play unless they remaster it for a new generation.
Well, it's pretty good, so.
This guy's sort of just standing here minding his own business, like. Whoa, that's like the worst mushroom trip ever, and I don't know if I should really bash him. This is after it's told me to R1 to attack.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to, you honestly don't have to. These guys are giving you 20 souls apiece.
He's gone. Okay. You said souls? I want souls. Who's walking around over there? Whoa, okay.
I was wondering when you were going to see that.
Well, I was hearing the noise and I was like, whoa.
Yep.
Oh, look at this guy. Oh, yes he did. I'm so sorry. Souls, not souls. Oh, okay. We'll run up here. I'm gonna get these controls mixed up from time to time.
Yeah, there's a few things different. Especially since the last From Software game that we played together was Bloodborne.
Oh my god, and what a game. Okay, platinums for both of us, people, ladies and gentlemen. Yep.
Gotta get the bragging rights out of the
way. Look, get them while we can. And that it was such a slog, and we've done the DLCs as well. Although I don't think we've got all the trophies for the DLCs, but we've got our primary platinum, and
yep.
Absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
I have just one word: amygdala.
Yeah.
Anybody who's played the game through knows what that means.
I'm reading these messages. Rest the bonfire. Okay, this is early bonfire. Okay, lighting the bonfire. Okay. Oh, look at that! I got a trophy already. Woot! Alright. Just looking around because I've never ever played Dark Souls. I've never played an original iteration of Dark Souls at all. So this is all new to me. Past what I've seen.
The graphics are definitely a bit better.
Okay. I mean, I really like what I'm looking at the moment. So pretty happy about that. Okay, here we go. I'm opening this door, which is a lovely sort of rainbow coloured door. Looks like it's been covered with an oil stain. There's a message here. What does it say? Imminent amazing trap. Okay. Good job. Oh man, I can hear that thing thumping around there, boy. Not keen. Not keen at all. Okay, lots of jars that I can stash. There's something. Oh shit! I'm sorry, I took the wrong door. I'm sure this was entirely my fault, sir. Ow. And I have been flanked by the asylum demon. You died.
So
That kind of reminds me.
I do have a couple of hints if you want them.
I may ask for them in a moment.
Fair enough. I'm just standing outside making my
Oh,
stream
yeah,
gaze
no, that...
upon the
Look.
trap. You can actually see it from outside the door.
What was that about a trap?
Well, the trap is the guy, he jumps down from the roof. I'm just letting my stream look at him as he sits on top of the roof, waiting for me to enter.
You think you're hot.
That
Guess what?
silent
You're not.
demon.
You are dead, dead, dead.
You are dead.
Alright, so I'm back at the bonfire. I'm opening the door. I'm here, Mr. What's his name, wandering around. What an amazing trap, you see. Be wary of undead. What sort of message is that? Oh, the world's full of undead. What are you talking about? This whole place is full of undead.
All you have to do is turn around and look at the camera.
Oh. My goodness. Well, it has to be the silliest thing I've ever read.
One of the biggest
Oh, here we go.
differences...
Here he is. He's back again. You know what? This time, I'm just going to let you do your thing. That's alright. I'm going to go to this door here, and I'm going to open it. It's locked! Right! Ah, there's a door. There's a passageway over here. Hey, come get me. Oh, shit. Okay, he's mad. He's actually pretty angry.
And did you break down the door and fix it?
Oh, there's another bonfire here. Okay. Did I pass my first test, Liam?
Yes, that is the first hint that I had for him. I have one more hint for him that I'm going to show my stream, but unless you ask for it, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. Apparently, I've got to get my shield. So I assume it's what's glowing down here. Ow! It hurts, it hurts. Okay, I got a small little shield.
So for my stream's benefit, what Craig ended up doing is he ended up going through that door that's to the left of where I am currently. You can escape this demon at first. Until
Right.
you manage to get your weapons?
I am assuming I need to equip the shield. Okay, this is my first time looking at any form of equipment menu here. Small leather shield. Okay.
Alright.
Alright,
Now
so
we are pretty much up to where Craig is. To where Chain Dog is.
that's alright. It's all good. Here we go. So, you know what? I'm just going to hold up my shield. See, you can't even hit me now. You're such a noob. Run! 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 No, I'm not going to chase you. Oh, a dagger. I'm going to arm that. Because I don't like this like broken ass sword that I've got. I wonder if I should keep the broken ass. No, you know what? I'm not even going to keep the broken ass sword armed. I'm just going to have the dagger. Nothing can. There's nothing in the world that can't be solved by pulling out a little knife. Right, here we go. Oh my god, you are so gonna get wasted in a moment. And here we go. Oh, I'm in the menu and I just got shot by an arrow. Okay, I'm really sort of fighting like a noob at the moment, people, and I know that. I know it looks shocking. Will I get better? Well, you'll just have to stay tuned.
I happen to think that you will.
Oh, thank you very much.
Happen.
Okay, I'm coming up to one of these familiar looking smoky door areas. I think here.
So
I'm going to traverse the white light. I'm expecting something to jump out at me at any moment. Or is that not how these work in this game?
oh, there's quite a few jump scares.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I can roll doing that, or if I just do that, I backstep. It's not too dissimilar from Dark Souls 3 in that respect, I think. It's been a little while. It's a good looking game. I've got to say, I really like the look of this game so far. One thing that... Oh, sorry, excuse me. One thing that I'm finding, and this is... I found this watching your s0les series, Liam, is the passages seem really narrow and quite claustrophobic in this game. I don't think I got that feeling from Dark Souls 3. It seemed a lot more spread out.
Yeah, I have to agree. There are so many weapons that you literally cannot use because of these tight passages. You'll end up hitting the wall and then you die.
Oh heck! I was in an area before fighting that archer, and it was a bit like that. It was I feel like that wall needs to collapse, but maybe I'm imagining things. Need to watch out too, because I believe weapons have durability in this game. I'm correct about that?
Yes, they do.
Right.
So smacking on walls is... While it doesn't hurt the durability a whole lot, if you don't watch it, you will end up in a place where you need to repair, but you're nowhere near where you can.
Look at this narrow shelf that I'm walking on. That's just crazy. I do apologise if this is a little bit boring on Liam's side at the moment. That's my
No.
fault, just because I'm starting from scratch. Oh, man,
Another
it's
thing
just...
to remember
Oh,
is
look,
if
the
you are
sky!
checking for invisible walls,
Yeah.
if you are checking for any of those,
Yes, I am.
be wary that hitting the wall will actually attract the enemy AI.
Oh, now that's clever.
One hit down
You'll have
cat.
black knights and stuff creeping up on you later on.
Oh! Oh man, I just so got Indiana Jones. Oh.
Did you die or did you survive?
No, I survived. It wiped out half my health, but holy shit, like, there was almost actual wee.
Well, you will be happy to note that bowling ball actually did something very helpful for you.
No, I take it Liam's still coming through alright, son? Yeah. No, I just need you to put some headphones on. If that's alright. In case you guys didn't already guess it, Lupin Games is my son. He has his own channel. He does a lot of various different games, which he's actually he's tends to be quite good at. Minecraft. I believe he's got some Dying Light videos on there. Yeah, very good anyway. Worthwhile having a watch. Lupin Games.
I will have to check that out myself.
Also, if you want to see some really, really cool raging moments, yeah, definitely Lupin Games. Yeah, definitely Lupin Games.
Definitely worth watching for the
Yeah, great rages. Oh, there's a guy here, and he doesn't look very well. He's got some nice gears though. I'm gonna have a chat with him, see what he's got to say.
Oh, you. You're no hollow.
You should recognize him from just as you
I'll die soon.
came into your character in the
Then
cell.
lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Okay, so I don't know. I might just try and talk to him again.
35k says Dying Light, all of the bold, classic flavour with only 80% of the calories.
And that is that from who?
Pardon?
From who?
35k.
35k.
Yeah.
Yeah. One would ask though, does that still equal 100% dankness?
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
It's very interesting what this guy says, because he's afraid of harming me after death, yet he's undead. So when he goes through his death transition thing, as assumably he would do as being undead, am I going to have to face off against him later? That's one thing that I would.
That is a very good question.
I would be inclined to be worried about that, perhaps, because he is an armoured opponent. Nice enough guy, a bit enigmatic, but hey, we're playing Dark Souls, so what do you expect?
Not to mention, he did save your life and free you from the cage.
Well, that was very nice of him, yeah. It's unfortunate that I hope that bloody ball running through the wall wasn't responsible for him ending up like that. I hate to
No, you
speculate
can
on
actually see him through this other blocked off grate
anyway.
as you first come through the fog wall.
So there's a staircase going down and a staircase going up. Now my first instinct is to actually head up.
I would recommend going down first.
Okay, I had a funny feeling you'd say that. Oh, okay, that's not a good sound. Somebody just died, and I just got souls, and I'm not going to look back. Oh, look at that! I think I understand now why you wanted me to go down here. It's a bonfire.
It's the same bonfire.
Now, I don't think I need to worry about attuning magic here. The only magic I've got, I believe, is Soul Arrow, which I still don't... I don't think... I'm not even sure I can even cast at this stage of it, so... Now, I can hear our good friend the Asylum Demon stamping around behind the oily covered door. Here I am with my leather shield and my dagger.
Now I would recommend going up the stairs.
Right. So this was to get the shortcut unlocked, yeah?
Yes. 90% of transportation from one area to another in Dark Souls 1 is through shortcuts.
Is another message from 35K?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. Enough death equals going hello, which means his short/long-term memory is done. Oscar the Knight may not recognize you, or care too, for that matter.
And I would imagine 35k that comes from the hollowing, the whole concept of hollowing. Hollowing is something which I feel in Dark Souls 3 wasn't as major a concern.
No. There is events in Dark Souls 1 that explains why that is. But it is a later on thing that happens.
The whole concept, and this is again this is another reason why playing this game is so great. Is the whole idea of actually catching up and being able to see how hollowing affected the earlier games. The Ashen ones, I feel, in Dark Souls 3 were very much a different form of undead, is what I'm experiencing now. Early, that's a very early call, I know, but we'll see how we go. So I'm at I've killed one very skinny lad, and I'm about to open up a door here.
Perfect.
Cool. Aha, that is the key that now I believe that 35k may have called that knight Oscar, would that be correct?
Yes, I think that is Oscar.
Okay, alright. Oh, okay, so the wheel... Okay, alright, yep, cool, that's the same as... Okay, here we go, kick and jump attacks. Would jump attacks be something that you would regularly have used with Talos? in the Talos series? I don't remember seeing you do them.
Not with the Zweihander so much. Several weapons that don't have an overhand strike, you will only get the overhand strike if you use your jump attack. And that overhand strike can be very useful in a lot of situations.
In case you're not familiar with the s0les series, people, and I know 35k is, so excuse, this is more of a retrospect comment. 35k, I'm not teaching you how to sack eggs. Sounds like you know what you're doing. Resting at bonfire revives enemies, so always something to bear in mind when you're playing s0les games. Lupin. Oh, Sorcerer's Catalyst. Okay, this is exciting.
Okay, there's a new message from 35k.
Alright, 35k messages.
Yeah. DS3, Dark Souls 3 equals Halloween is not very relevant.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 equals Halloween and its origin is the core of the story.
Alright, so again, a valid point brought up by 35k in terms of Halloween being more relevant in the earlier series as opposed to Dark Souls 3, where really it is more of a storyline thing. Oh, I'm getting owned. Okay. Oh, I know what I was doing wrong. I know what I was doing wrong. $35k is probably looking on absolute disgust if Liam could. I don't know if Liam's actually watching what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm surprised I haven't heard him cracking out.
No, are you attempting to parry?
Oh no, I haven't even got to that. I haven't, and I'm hoping something will actually. Ow! I'm hoping something will actually teach me how to do that.
I thought there was a. I thought there was a message earlier that did.
Okay, that's how I do my Estus flasks. Really sorry if I seem noobish, especially to. I mean, this sort of thing is just a continued source of amusement for Liam, but that 35k, I hope you don't think any less of me, mate. Anyway, thanks for joining the stream. It's greatly, the watch is greatly appreciated. If you didn't catch what I was saying earlier before the 35k, Liam has also put out his own Dark Souls remastered series called Talos. You can find it on his channel, Liam Suit, which is LIAMSUTTE. Yep. And it's under the Talos heading. I will be putting it to my channel if you want to catch up with it on there. Well, we're seeing it goes into quite a bit of depth into what's going on. I'll stop blithering and see if I get on with the killing here.
35k says, I've got a question. Is this your first attempt at being all magical and such?
Yes, it is, and that might appall a lot of people. 35k. I do have a tendency not to make things very easy for myself earlier on in these sort of games, and probably isn't the best thing to be doing when you've been drinking RTDs. However,
drunk Dark Souls, best Dark Souls.
However, I do appreciate the the power of a well-built magician in the end game. And a lot of people will argue the point that end game sorcerers still aren't very good at PvP. That I will beg to differ with Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne.
I will also beg to differ that I have personally seen a strength sorcery build that absolutely wrecked in PvP.
I'm not making any assumption of where you were going with that. Whether you're just sort of satisfying a curiosity there, 35k. So make no mistake. I'm not assuming anything from what you're saying. All right, buddy. Okay, so where I'm at, I'm on this lovely balcony overlooking this lovely vista of ruins, cold mountains, and grim grey skies. A little bit like the Waikato. Let's have a look. Just catching up on some of these controls here. You might need to catch me up on some of these later on too, Liam, because I'm bound to forget. What I really wanted... do you think it's a good idea for me to arm my catalyst at this stage of it?
I would actually, with two-hand, based on the messages that you're seeing there, I would two-hand your dagger first. And then, once you are in the middle of the battle, I would change over to your sorcery.
Alright, so what I need to do here is I need to assign my catalyst to my offhand.
New message.
Go ahead.
35k again says, you're chatting with the mage player that refuses to upgrade health. Nothing like taking on the entire Soul series with a VGR of 5.
Oh my god! And that is it's a man after my own heart, or a woman, I don't know. And then I'm making an assumption there, but definitely the size of the balls denote a man. Thanks 35k. I may be putting a few points and into Vigor. Myself.
I just read.
But
I just read 35k's comment. He has my respect.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That is really cool, and it's really nice to actually have somebody pop in here. That's been doing that and has done it before. That's really cool. One thing I love about meeting people in games like this is being able to network ideas. I think that some people tend to write off certain builds too early and don't realise how much fun they can actually have with them. And let's face it, we play these games to challenge ourselves.
Oh yeah, my very first build for a Dark Souls game was my archery full dex build. I think I ended up with 60, almost 70 dexterity. So that's a challenging build.
Just
boss fights, anyways.
Just to reiterate, the man handling the board tonight is Lupin Games. All your for all your Minecraft and Rage video needs. All right, so again, I'm just standing outside this fog door. I'm not sure if I'm really happy about tackling that right now. There's like a skinny fellow over here that looks more my size. He's got a shield. Let's see if I can hit him with it. You know what? No, I'm not going to hit him with a soul arrow. I'm just going to try and... Look, I've got a shield too. Look at
Parry and
me.
riposte, man. Parry and riposte.
Yeah, see the whole parry thing. I'm gonna have
Remember,
to
you're
get used
blocking
to
his hand, not his sword.
Oh, he Estus Flask, you not so nice person. Okay, it's gonna take a bit of work for me, and I am a big fan of reposting. So it's gonna take me a little bit of time to get used to that. Oh, it's locked. Okay, well I don't have much choice, do I?
New message.
Go ahead.
35k says it's all strength versus patience. If you lack one, you just need more of the other.
Yeah, and that, I think that's a fair comment too. 35k. When it comes to, I think when it comes to gaming in general. But geez, it's just so much more exemplified in games like this. Traverse the white light or toggle. Oh no, that's because there's a bloodstain nearby. Okay, I don't really want to see what happened to the bloodstain. I'm sure that's about to happen to me. Wow, I'm just being honest.
New message.
Oh, go ahead.
The only killer in this game is fear. Play afraid, die often.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. It's a case of feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I know that's a bit of a cliche, in terms of the modern age, and believe me, I'm no sort of airy fairy SJW on that sort of thing, but
I think that's the definition of courage, anyways.
Yeah. There's a fine line, isn't there? Really.
Yeah. Full bravery does not necessarily involve the acknowledgement and conquering of your fear.
Alright, so I can see the asylum demon below him. I can plunge down on top of him. No, I can't because he just spotted me. I just wasted that opportunity. Well, okay, so that I just learned a lesson there. Don't be a freaking smartass prick. Because you're playing a Souls game, boy! Oh, ouch.
You order damage his anus.
Yeah, I thought his anus would be the one to go for. Oh my god. Okay. Figured we'd do that. I'm not actually hitting him with that thing. Having a little bit of a hard try. Oh, I'm dead. I'm actually having a little bit of a... Oh no, I must be hitting him because the damage bar was going down. I just couldn't see, I just couldn't see the animation properly. Okay, that was a bit of a shocking first attempt. Mind you, I am twin handling a dagger.
The sad part is, without the plunging attack, you don't have enough sorceries to straight kill him from start to finish.
I totally missed out the opportunity on the plunging attack because I was gabbing on too much. Yeah,
well, you can go up and do it again.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just it just shows a little bit of an experience with live streaming, I think. Like 35k is probably thinking, I want you to be good. I actually really want you to be good, but fuck, you're just being such a noob. I'll be back in a moment. I've just got to go AFK, and then I've just got to go and drain the python. One moment.
I might grab a drink myself. So Lupin, when are you gonna join the Dark Souls community?
That's better. What?
Lupin, when will you be joining us?
Oh, I'm sure you'll get your chance. Alright. I'm back. Sorry about the delay there, guys. Alright. Is double-handing a dagger really going to make that much of a difference?
I think it's a difference between 14 damage. No, you were doing more damage. Were you doing 20 damage, I think? I think it's a difference between 14 and 20 damage.
Whoa.
So it does increase your damage output, but as a mage, you don't have much strength to rely upon, and two-handing your weapon only boosts your strength stat.
Yeah, well, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
You're also able, like, if you had a weapon that required 30 strength, you're able to two-hand that weapon at 18 strength. Or was it 24 to 18? Now I can't remember. Making myself sound like a fool.
No,
I'm actually sitting here trying to find your bloodstain.
You're sounding a heck of a lot more professional than I am right now. Alright. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna double hand this. Alright, and this time I'm gonna get the plunge attack, alright? Okay, here we go.
Alright, sounds good.
Here we go. Traversing the white light. Here we go. Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh, that hurts a lot! Oh, oh, ouch! Stop congratulating yourself. Oh, okay, I need to click those over there. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to click them until I win this fight. A little bit nervous there because I wasn't too sure if I was in for a double swing. Oh, okay, I tried to roll through the attack that time, didn't quite work out. And didn't work out that time either. And he's actually trying to make me into a two-dimensional platforming game character at the moment. No, I don't want to be Mario! No! No!
Mario or Luigi Mario?
Hard to say.
You can probably just finish him off with your spells.
Oh! Not that way, I won't.
You can probably just finish them off with your soul arrows, and
Oh, okay.
you can refill your soul arrows at the bonfire.
Okay. Now I've just got to remember how to use soul arrows. Here we go. Whoosh. Oh, ow. A little bit more professionalism, please, Chain Dog. Thank you. Just saying, you know, people watching and all. And he's dead. Look at this. Woohoo!
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
35k says, Scorchers fight like house cats. Keep your distance and damage magic. Use fast weapons to flail like a madman when cornered. Save dagger for your troll camp.
I think that's pretty good advice for any magic user. 35k. Thanks very much. And I'm open to all advice. So I do appreciate that. It's really and again I'll say what I said before. It's quite nice to hear it from another magic using character as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the Asylum Demon's down, and what I'm looking at now is I'm looking at an open gateway to my left, and I'm looking at double doors straight ahead.
So, if you want to refill your soul arrows,
Which I'd
you
like
can
to.
go back through the open doors to the bonfire.
Yeah, I take it
Your
that
soul
the open...
arrows, as you notice, you don't have a magic bar like in Dark Souls
Yes.
3.
Yeah, it looks like I've got a
They
limited
have,
amount.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Of course, it's a bonfire.
Every spell has a limited number that you use. And then you can just open up that double door whenever you want.
It is good to see
Yeah,
the good old-fashioned soul arrows. I thoroughly enjoyed enjoyed using those and like soul spears and that in Dark Souls 3. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just out of just as an FYI too, I did actually make a Dragon Slayer axe build in Dark Souls 3 as well, and I've got to say for PvE and PvP it was something quite different from using magic. It was an extraordinary experience.
I'm gonna be right back.
Roger that. Alright, well, I've got the double doors ahead of me, and I've got this open grate to my... Now, I'm assuming that this is... I've come... this must be the one that I ran through earlier on. Okay, so I must have to go this way. Yep, used Big Pilgrim's Key. Oh, wow. You want to do a Dark Souls movie, you'd have to shoot it in the Andes. Mind you, I don't think anyone would be able to do Dark Souls justice in a movie. Actually, I'll put this out there, and particularly you, 35k.
New message.
Alright, go ahead.
35k says Dark Souls 1 magic. Works like ammo clips. Each disposal clip gives you X amount of shots. When more shots, once more shots of a certain spell. Buying a clip or copies / clips of the spell.
Alright. Thanks for the heads up. I didn't realise that's how it actually worked in Dark Souls 1. And I'll put this out to you, 35k. I was just talking about a Dark Souls movie. If there was a Dark Souls movie, okay, and let's face it, I hope there never is. But like, if there was a Dark Souls movie, who would you have directing it? Now I'm thinking, Guillermo del Toro. What are your thoughts? Just put it out there if you want to. If you don't, then that's all good as well. Right, here we go.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Oh, that's a big bird.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage
So that's a big bird.
to the land of the ancient lords.
That was quite cool. I like that.
Lord
Maybe 35k remembers. I actually don't remember the name of that crow.
I just put a question out there. If you were having, if you had a Dark Souls movie, and I hope no one tries to make a Dark Souls movie, but if you had a Dark Souls movie, who would you have directing? Now, I put out there Guillermo del Toro.
I think that is a pretty decent suggestion. Del Toro is a pretty dark director, and let's just face it, if they made a movie, it would have to be dark and ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls needs to be either a TV show or free film franchise. You need multiple
Interesting. That's an interesting thought. So 35k comes back saying that it would be better. Dark Souls would be better as a TV series or a series of 3 movies. You'd have to have multiple directors. That's an interesting concept.
I also like the idea that he has for, well, it hasn't read out, but he made a suggestion that M. Night Shyamalan might be an interesting director for this one, for at least one of them.
You know what? I would actually give M. Night Shyamalan a shot at that, because I reckon he could probably do something quite special with it. Now, I think, and I seriously think M. Night Shyamalan copped a lot of criticism for some of his movies after Sixth Sense, which was unfair.
I think so too.
Yeah, I seriously think it was unfair. I think it was, I think he copped a lot of criticism from people that didn't really understand his movies. Some people say, well, what is there to understand, you know? Particularly Signs. I mean, Signs I thought was a great movie.
Signs I thought was pretty straightforward about the story.
Yeah. Sorry, just stand by a sec. Shyamalan, yeah, that's what we were just talking about, yeah, Liam. Yeah, and so okay, so Lupin's just caught me up with the comment that 35k actually made, and you know what? That is a fantastic comment, and I think couldn't be truer. And is actually not too far from what we were just talking about anyway. And I mean they can go with a few movies that are out there which people sort of say, oh, that's rubbish and blah 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 blah. you know, I hate to say it, but movies, there's a lot. There's too many movies being churned out as fast food for the brain nowadays, and that they're not really challenging the viewer to really, really think about what they're trying to say or the content, or you know.
And the big problem with it is people are actually not wanting it to challenge them these days. There's so many great movies out there that I think are not getting the love that they should be getting because they're just too challenging for people to think about. They don't want to think about it. They want to Netflix and chill.
Yeah. All right, just as an FYI, I'm on the level up screen now. I'm actually looking about chucking. Go ahead.
35k M9 has a tendency to take change active and rhythms becomes stiff and very comic book-like in their delivery. Dark Souls might actually work.
Yeah, that's an interesting comment from 35k. I'm not sure, like, if the acting style. I totally agree with the assessment on that. Just simply because of what he was going for with the likes of Unbreakable and Signs. The Village, yeah,
I think
perhaps. But I might just be misinterpreting on what 35k is saying. It definitely sounds like he's got his finger on the pulse. Anyway, I'm gonna chuck a point. I'm gonna. Let's see how many required souls. I'm gonna chuck a point into strength.
Before you put too many of your souls away, if you have any hard souls to use, you can get an early start on at least one spell that is a bit more powerful to give you an assist. And you can get to it pretty easily without going through fights. You just keep going downstairs past the Fireland Shrine here.
Yeah, which is cool, but what sort of int requirement am I actually needing for that?
That's what I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe 35k remembers. It's a heavy soul arrow.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter. I mean, my int is already at 15.
You probably have high enough then for the heavy soul arrow.
What I was thinking was actually boosting up some of these other stats just a little bit earlier, just to I don't need to boost them that high, or I feel I don't need to boost them that high to get me through. Like strength, I only want to sort of like raise that up to about, I don't know, about 15, 16, just to make sure that any of any latter like single-handed weapons that I come across are definitely going to be usable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and plus early game strength with weapons like daggers or clubs or things like that's going to help me along a little bit faster, and then I've got my soul arrows to sort of back me up. not knowing the game, I might be thinking about this wrong, but there you have it.
I'm sure
I
it's
do
fine.
actually have a few souls to spend. So just give me a sec.
Oh,
Which were you using? Is it this one?
okay. I'm gonna say almost 35k things.
Is-
Notice
Yeah.
that if you level up, your max HP goes up automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Saves on boosting VGR.
Yeah.
You are magical. Crank your intelligence. The only other stats you rarely need are ATN and endurance. All spells and the ability to run from those who aim at
I'm going to be looking at. I am going to be looking at a boost on dexterity as well for the speed of and that because that'll boost my spell casting speed.
Yep.
Which may not be as important for PvE, but may become important if I find myself in a PvP situation.
You don't really notice it terribly much when you're casting regular soul arrows and just the plain heavy soul arrows, but there are several high damage output spells in the future that take a long time to cast.
But I'm going to take 35k close on terms of the vitality at this stage. I will be putting points into vitality, but just not at this stage.
Yeah. Not necessary at this stage.
So that's what I've done. I've done a point in. Points in strength, dexterity, and intelligence at this stage of it. Don't need to worry about. Now, I've got other options here, and this might take a little bit of explaining. So I've got an option to kindle. I take it that's for multiplayer, is it?
Say again?
Kindle.
Oh, kindling. Yes. So you can't kindle unless you first reverse your hollowing.
Okay.
Reversing hollowing costs 1 humanity, and kindling costs 1 humanity. The kindling of the flame, which you can't do to Firelink Shrine yet, this bonfire you're at. Kindling of the flame, it just upgrades your bonfire so that instead of refreshing only 5 Estus flasks, you refresh 10.
Okay. Is that like leveling up bonfires in Dark Souls 3? Like when you're using the bone shard, the bone shards?
Kind of. In this one, leveling up the effectiveness of your Estus flasks, requires the soul of a firekeeper.
New messages.
Yep, go ahead.
You may need a little dexterity to keep your dagger moving, but not too much. You may lodge it, but don't forget endurance. You can cast spells sometimes. Boost your bonfire to bring
Actually, yeah. On hindsight, I may have wanted to actually chuck a point into endurance rather than dexterity at this point. So it is actually got a good point. I'll look at doing that next time. All right. Thanks, 35k. All right, I will. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I actually need to do at this bonfire at the stage of it, so I'll leave it. I mean, I've been sitting here long enough, so there's something sitting up here which I feel like I need to collect because it's glowing and it's sparkling and it looks pretty. Oh, and it's humanity. Oh, the humanity.
So, the other thing is, if you look around, you might recognize some parts of this Firelink Shrine area and this ruined temple.
Alright, let's have a look around.
From the twin demon fight in Dark Souls 3.
Oh, the tree? You mean with the tree nearby and the
No. Well, actually, there might have been a tree nearby. The twin demons, one of them that is burning and one of them that is not.
Yeah, I know. I remember the twin demons well. Yeah, from the end of the dregs.
Yes. Yeah, actually, I think the tree really was there.
Yeah,
now that I think about it.
there was the tree as well. Not so much in here. I'm talking about the big ass tree that's nearby that the guide rays are shining through at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I believe, wasn't it a large hollow trunk which you actually jump through to get through to that fight in Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, actually, I think that is the case. Now that you mention it.
It all links
And
up.
there's not very much of this.
Dark Souls.
Not very much of this spot left.
The Dark Souls series is very much a series of cycles, and this will become apparent as the story comes along. There's a guy over here that's sitting here with his legs apart, so he obviously thinks he's the man. Just stand by a sec. Go ahead with the message.
Take a look at the wading pool nearby.
The wading pool nearby. There's a wading pool nearby.
Yep, up the stairs to the left.
Okay, before I talk to that guy, I'll go and have a look because I'm really interested now. Wading pool. I'm looking for a wading pool. There's a wading pool.
I actually don't remember.
I'm trying to think of the reference to. I feel like I should remember this. I know that 35's gonna mention it in a moment, and I'm gonna feel like such a friggin' doughy robot for not remembering. But I did call this drUnK Souls for a reason.
I'm interested to see as well. My memory is
You've got
affected by the fact that I've been playing Dark Souls 1 already.
You've got that in that 35k. You've got us intrigued, mate. And that please enlighten us because I'm sure it's gonna be a forehead slapping moment. Oh, there's some person here standing here with a club. There, look. I don't know. And that person looks, well, I don't know. They don't look as good as me because I've got a hat. Anyway, while 35k is making up his mind whether he's going to lighten us or keep us in suspense, because let's face it, who would blame him? Oh no, here we go. No, there's another message has come through. Message.
Oh, you know, he's right.
Most demon, this is the construction that you pass through to get to ring city.
Okay, I didn't hear a
He's
lot
right.
of that.
This is the
Yeah.
this is the last piece of it.
The last what?
This is the last piece of the Firelink Shrine that actually exists on the edge of the Demon Fight Arena. It's the construction that you pass through so that you can enter the portal into the Ringed City.
Oh, right! Okay.
It took me a minute.
Huh. Oh, it just goes to show it's been a little while, eh?
Yeah.
Ow! What was that?
What was what?
Something flew up and burnt my face. What was it?
You know, maybe 35k can enlighten me as well. Every now and then, the bonfire will send flames to. It just happened. I just saw it happen on Chain Dog's stream. Every now and then, flames will come from the bonfire to your character, and I don't know what that entails.
Because drunk souls.
It has scared me more than once on my Talos
Yeah,
stream.
well, that was just really random. While we're waiting for a possible response, I'm going to have a talk to this well-eyed looking bloke.
What do we have here?
Yep.
You must be a new arrival.
Well, it was well-eyed to
You
the
should
end.
recognize him from Dark Souls 3 as well.
Undead, right? Well, not the first, but there's no celebration here. You'd
Oh.
have done better to rot in the undead asylum.
Oh my god! Why is this guy so depressing?
Let me help you. There are actually two bells of awakening.
He's not
One's
even
up
worth
above
killing.
in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Tower.
I've heard of the infamous Blight Town.
And something happened.
You have a new
Brilliant, right?
message.
Not much,
Oh!
but I have a feeling that won't
Yeah,
stop you.
I'll let you listen
off
to
you go.
Lupin.
It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
This isn't the same sorry sack of shit that sat in the temple in the first game, is it? And like everything he
Dark
said
Souls
was
3 sits on the steps.
friggin' negative.
Yeah. There's actually a game theory that he technically, in his own way, watches over the Firekeeper, so that they ensure the continuation of the cycle of lighters of the flame.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so he's doomed to sit there being a depressing son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Being like the robot in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What was his name? Fucking Melvin or Marvin or something like that.
Something.
Yeah. Apparently, I've got new messages. Go ahead.
If you leave a comment, it gets likes, you get bonus extra shot in the form of orange bit of flame. By comment, I mean orange soapstone message.
Oh, okay. And that's an indicator of that happening.
Different sad guy, same theory.
Is it really?
But wealth of information.
Well,
I thought for sure it was the same sad guy.
Sad guy, same theory. Depressing, but wealth of information.
okay, cool. All right. Now, well, that's the whole thing about networking and information sharing, particularly in terms of theories. 35k, and I love watching fan theory videos about Dark Souls. I love watching, Liam and I belong to a group of gamers, and we discuss at length different theories about all sorts of different games, and it's really quite interesting being able to get perspectives on different things. It's I love it. It really gets my juices flowing. Anyway, I can't spend all night sitting in the same place, so I really should get on with some gaming. And I love drawing away, and you'll notice that I love drawing away, and I love interacting with people. It really floats my boat. But let's face it, I am here to play a game, so let's get on with the task at hand.
So to start out, I would actually recommend, as you go up the stairs, instead of going left to the waiting pool, go right.
Yeah, I see. Now this is something that I remember from the Taylor series, is that this little pathway to the right here, and I was drawn to it because of what I've been seeing on Talos.
Yeah. So not the one up the cliff.
Not this one?
But nope, not the one up the cliff. If you go up the stairs as if you're going to the waiting pool, but turn right from the waiting pool, there's another set of stone.
I love what 35k brought up about the waiting pool. Oh, there's two stairs to the right here, dude.
Yeah.
There's this one. Oh, that takes me back around this way. Okay. Oh, I love exploring ruins.
Sorry, I'm a bit on a time latency for your video. So
oh no, don't worry about it. I can hear the bell. Oh, here's somebody up. There's somebody up here.
Yep, that's where you need to go.
Okay. I'll have a chat with this person. Oh my god. In real life we could be twins. Look at that stomach. Okay.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted.
Rude
I
haircut
am
though.
Petrus of Thurland. Have you business with us?
I don't know.
I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
No, I'm gonna talk to you again.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
I know I look like I've got cooties,
Oh
man,
my.
but yeah,
You
it's me again.
Oh, I know. How about this? I
Dad.
have to await my companions here anyway.
New message.
So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
That would please me, yes.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
But a covenant with myself.
Yeah, 35k. That's right where I'm starting to take him.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their
Very
ultimate
good things
effectiveness
to
will be
come.
determined by your efforts and your faith.
Well, I have faith in a good spell and a good sword. What have you got faith in? I like your mace though, mate. I gotta say, You are the epitome of the traditional cleric.
New message.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, your one gimme. Pictures of fatty butt. Stairs up the wall. 2 dark holes. Leap of faith. Bountiful chest.
Okay, I'm not really sort of
He's
making...
basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
He's just giving you instruction where to go, where I'm taking you right now.
Okay, it sounds like a reiteration of something that's happening happening with Liam at the moment anyway. Thanks 35k.
Yep.
And I take it that Liam's already acknowledged that anyway by the sounds of it before.
The biggest miracle? That bowl cut.
The what? The bowl cut. Yeah. Yeah, how can you still get away with that for fashion? Oh my god, that is such a good call. Yeah, what about the haircut? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, so true.
The funny thing, part of the funny thing is, they would actually turn a soup bowl over to measure the bowl cut. How about the size of that soup bowl?
So, like, oh, should I go around and break these things? Break these things?
You can for kicks, but you don't get anything from them.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Okay, not Dark Souls 3.
So you just go up the stairs.
See this sort of thing here, right? See how narrow these stairs are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These I get a sort of a semi-claustrophobic sort of feeling about these areas. They're so much narrower than Dark Souls 3, and yeah, you got to forgive me for drawing comparisons here. I played Dark Souls 3. It was a great game. And I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying this game. I know I'm only just starting in it, but I'm already like having a fucking ball because it's Dark Souls. Yeah, it's so different in its feel. I love it. I've got to say I love it. Anyway, I'll shut up and carry on. So where do I go now?
Alright. You can go up the stairs again really quick to grab a shiny.
Yeah, there's a shiny. I saw something shiny. That's not going to collapse, is it? Okay. Alright, let's make sure. Right. Soul of a Lost Undead.
After collecting the shiny, yeah. After collecting that shiny, we can go back to the dark room. There's 2 dark holes here. And you can just fall down one.
Yeah, I remember this from Talos. These are elevator shafts.
Yep.
Again, folks, worthwhile watching Liam's videos. So which one shall I fall down? Anyone?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Ah! Oh. Alright, well, that wasn't very far, was it?
No.
Okay. Look how narrow this passageway is! See, this is the real deal. This is what, like, medieval castles were like. You know? It's all very nice to have these wonderful fantasy castles and worlds with the grandiose passageways, but this, ladies and gentlemen, this was the fucking reality of the Middle Ages. And I'm not saying that we're playing in the Middle Ages. I know we're playing Dark Souls, but this was the reality. Oh dear, I need to drop down. I always get nervous when I have to drop down somewhere. Oh, there's chests though. That makes it worthwhile. Oh,
don't forget the one all the way around the left-hand corner of the pillar.
Oh yeah, I see it. I'm just looking up at the god rays through the trees. Ah. Okay. I love god rays. That's cool. Oh, the Division Bell. Pink Floyd reference? Anyone?
Nope.
Morning Star and Talisman. Okay. Not too sure if I'm overly interested in the Morning Star. What's the deal with the Talisman?
The Talisman is just your basic talisman for casting miracles. Gives no
additional boosts on top of the fact that it's just a talisman for miracles.
It's a bit like the catalyst, the sorcerer's catalyst. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I remember how that works now. I know what the correct
honestly,
red eye.
I think the sorcerer's catalyst has more value, but
the correct red eye orbs work the same way as in Dark Souls 3. They're a PvP thing.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, used for invading.
All right. Well, that's something on my.
I personally think, aside from the homeward bones, which will take you back to the last bonfire you rested at, the most valuable thing in these boxes is going to be that Morning Star, because if you read it, it actually gives 300 bleed.
So seeing that 35k's been so interactive with us, it begs the question: 35k, what is it that you're playing nowadays? What's your bag at the moment?
That's a good question.
Well, he's been very, very vocal in his interaction, so that would be interesting to know. Now, that'll give me time to figure out where I need to go next, because... Oh, can I climb up here? Nope. Oh no, through here, there's another chest. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna get...
Be wary as you fall down of skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Oh, Sander. I mean... Lupin. Keyboard.
Why? Why?
Apparently I'm going to be coming up against skeletons.
Okay. What do you want me to play?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Skeletons?
Oh god damn it.
Okay, right, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other good thing about maces and the Morning Star is that blunt weapons cause the skeletons to fall apart, just like in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, and a bit like Dungeons and Dragons as well. Turn it up so we can hear it. I know that you're only just... Turn it up. Oh, okay. I've got to hold it. I've got to hold it in two hands if I want to use it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Any seconds.
Okay. Here we go. Here they come. Ow! Oh! No! All right, thank you, Lupin, for the musical background there. It's like noob. Seriously, this was the worst weapon I could have used. There is no... I'm so shit with this weapon.
New weapon.
I am seriously so shit with it.
New message.
Okay, go ahead.
Bloodborne and GTA.
Yep.
In one, I'm stuck. The other, I'm a king. I occasionally go back to the Dark Souls series to invade enemies.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, 35k. Totally respect that, and that's cool, man. And it's good that you keep revisiting the series for that, even if it is to do a bit of trolling, you know. But you're still using your characters, and that's cool. if you're stuck on Bloodborne, hit us up because we might remember enough of it to be able to perhaps suggest some ideas of what to do. We'll get you past where, you know. I mean, both Liam and I have platinumed it. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit. It has been a little while, but if there's some way you can help, just out of curiosity, are you PC player 35K or PS4?
New message.
Yep.
Remember, you're a scorcher. You're a piece of candy waving a stick. use your magic first. Swing like a girl only when you have to.
You know what? You know what? I totally respect that, and I'm going to follow that advice. All right. All right, Lupin. Did you want to give us a second round of musical of musical accompaniment? Oh, you've got the talent.
Well, you don't have to go down that way unless you want to pick up a Zweihander and other stuff.
Well, the Zweihander is probably not going to be much use to it, but I'm going to pick it. I want to pick it up. Here we go.
Yeah, let's pick up your souls and stuff. Once you get down there and pick up your stuff, if you just head up the stairs, you'll end up back at Firelink Shrine.
Shit, I think one just came up behind me. I'm sure that like 5K is watching this. He's going, "What are you doing?"
Oh hey, look at that! I just got another free Estus flask.
Oh really? Oh shit, that's a...
Yeah, I haven't even put anything down yet.
No, I died, I lost all my souls! Alright, I won't ask you.
Oh my goodness.
That was really good. That was really good, Lupin. That was awesome, appreciate that, thank you. Yeah.
My current nemesis, what's the secret? And on PS4.
Oh.
The three...
I think we have videos.
Oh,
on
the
that
Shadows
one.
of Yharnam. Yeah, I think we've got a video on that, I think.
I think we've got a couple of them between us.
Just double check our channels for videos on that one, because I believe we've got battles on there. I don't know if we've got any commentary to go with it though.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Which are the ones
I do remember that you kind of want to leave the caster for last.
Yeah.
You want to take out the Dex
with the
build and the... what was the other build that they had? They had a Dex build with a katana.
There's the katana, there was the candle, which was the caster, and there was the other dude.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
I know that with the caster is so slow that you can usually place the pillar that's in the middle of the arena between you and the caster and keep the other two so that it's just a 1v2 instead of a 1v3. You just have to keep track of the caster and try to take out the dex build first, because if
Yeah,
he gets a backstab, he will fuck you up.
Yep.
Run and shoot, but mostly run.
Yeah.
You take
Yeah.
blows like a freshly fallen leaf.
Oh my god, I love, that's 35k, you've got your own YouTube channel?
He's got away with
Can't afford to
words.
stand your ground.
And then because if you're posting content and you're doing narration like you're talking to us right now, I would love to watch that. That would be so great.
He's got away with words.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so going back to the Shadows of Yharnam, what Liam was saying is true. The caster is easy to get by because of the fact that you can always get something in the way of the caster and his spells, generally. It's the other two that you want to take care of, because the caster also is the weakest health-wise, and you'll be able to beat him down faster. And when the other two drop, you want to make sure you beat the ass down of the last remaining Shadow of Yharnam as fast as you can, because that's when the real big power spells come in. And that's irrespective
Specifically, I think at the last third of health that the caster has, he will summon a python.
Yeah, but that's irrespective of who's still alive. They will still summon the python.
Ah, that's true.
It's just the caster's easy to beat down in the last third. Go ahead.
Yep, my name is my channel, so 35k. I don't put up commentary, just semi-interesting invasion footage.
Dude.
Alright. Yeah, we'll definitely be checking that out.
You should put up commentary with your invasions.
Oh, yeah. A written commentary or vocal commentary, mate. You got a good turn of phrase. It would be awesome. Yeah. And that's been cracking me up. Alright.
Cracking me up, and I'm not even drunk.
Yeah, but you're the sober gamer, all right? You're the one responsible for making sure I don't crash and burn. All right, here we go.
You doing it again?
Oh, come on! You know me. I'm not about to bloody give up on it.
No, it's all good. Me personally, I just ran past every one of them and picked up all of the shinies.
Oh my god, I almost fucking died on 2 blows. Holy shit, I'm poisoned or something. I'm bleeding, that's what it is.
Yep. I think it's,
I really actually need to drink one of these. Yeah, I feel much better. Thank you. I don't care if you're parrying, you can... blocking, you can piss off. Ah! That's where I need to pull out my sound effects on my phone. Oh no, I died! Again! Shut up!
Lupin, pulling out all the stops.
Yep. Yeah. Lupin pulling out the backhanders.
I personally like to save this area for later when I have a holy sword.
Well, what did you fucking lead me up here for then?
To the chests, and the only way to get out from the chests is to drop down here and then go up the stairs.
And die. Oh, and go upstairs. Oh.
You just said
Yep,
that at
back
the
to Firelink
perfect
Shrine.
time. This person was about to say,
Hmm.
how about we go up to world height and then you're like, and die.
Okay, all right. So I'm going up the stairs. I'm not worrying about the spooky, scary skeletons. Okay.
and then right as you ended that, you said you
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, 35k. I know this is probably a grim disappointment to all magicians out there.
Oh, and for 35k?
Oh, it'll pick up. You'll
Uh,
get quite powerful.
Haha. See, I know about fucking hitboxes, dude. Fuck off.
You're devoid of souls. So now is the time to run the graveyard and shine things.
Oh, that's a big bird.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I would agree, but it'll take many, many deaths for
Yeah. What have I got
Chain
to?
Dog to learn the path.
What have I
You
got
don't
to?
have anything to lose.
What have I got to lose? I've got nothing to lose.
The skeleton
Nope.
right as you was about
You
to
can run that graveyard as much as you want and pick up the shinies.
These remind me of the ravens in England. They're fucking scary fucks.
You pick up a few hard souls, the Zweihander, a winged spear, and binoculars from the graveyard.
Oh, the binoculars are an item you can choose to start with.
Yep.
You know what? At the risk of boring people, I might actually give this another go. And like, I think I'm sober enough to do it, and like drunk enough not to give a fuck. Yeah. Oh, that didn't quite work that time. Okay, alright, I was trying to be clever. Alright, it didn't work. For shame, for shame. Huh? Alright.
What's your rebirth item, by the way?
I don't understand.
Your gift.
Oh, black fire bombs. Whoa, look at this ghost. Big sword. This is definitely a Dark Souls game, eh?
Yeah.
Definitely a Dark Souls game. Unlike other YouTubers, I do not practice before I do this sort of shit. So it's always raw, it's fucking unedited in terms of this sort of thing, like in terms of live streaming.
Yes.
You know.
He does not practice his screams.
Okay. Oh fuck! I actually missed. How do you miss with a soul arrow? It's like missing with a magic missile. What did he say? No, 35k.
Oh, good. You chose masterpiece. That means you can go to the game. You chose what?
Yeah, I looked at the master key and I was thinking, oh, I wonder if I should take it.
Well, I did tell you what it does.
Yeah, that's alright. Fucking, you know what I'm like with these games.
Between the master key and the black fire bombs, he generally doesn't, to my knowledge, Chain Dog doesn't generally like to take massive shortcuts like that. At least not on the first playthrough.
No. I like to get an idea of where, because I just feel like I'm gonna miss out something on the story. And one thing that Dark Souls does very well is it's background storytelling. It's everything that you know, you're traveling through areas and it's telling a story. You know, if you're paying attention, it's generally telling you something about the story. I'm looking for the term at the moment, but yeah, bourbon. Oh, oh yeah, I did see another one. Background music courtesy of Lupin. Oh, oh, oh! No!
You know what I say for that? You bloody suck.
Yeah. Hey, at least I got a couple of sparklies that time, alright?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember if I actually sucked this badly at the beginning of Dark Souls. You know what? I actually didn't. I actually bet the first boss in Dark Souls 3 the first time. And I think a lot of that had to do. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I'd just freshly come off Bloodborne.
Yeah, that would make sense. You're
Yeah.
a bit rusty right now. The other thing is, in both Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, you can dodge diagonally. In this game, you can only dodge one direction. Forward,
Yes.
back, left, or right.
Yeah, that is one thing I am struggling with a little bit, is not having an omnidirectional dodge. But hey, that's just me needing to get used to the game mechanics. I'm not going to criticize it for that. It is what it is. But yes, it definitely shows that I've been playing a lot of mostly Elite Dangerous and Don't Judge No Man's Sky, rather than Souls-esque type games. What's 35? Oh, at least he died after me.
And you respawn.
Oh shush.
I
let me
swear,
look
if you laugh while you drink the bourbon, it's gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll wipe out to the max. What did 35k have to say?
New message. Surround equals immobile equals death.
Yep.
Soul arrows won't stop that, but a certain miracle will.
A certain miracle. Oh, okay. That's a good clue. All right, let's
Like a bowl cup.
like a bowl cut.
Actually, Lupin's very close.
Yeah, the skeletons will stand there and go, "What are those?" And fucking, we'll just smash them.
You can actually purchase the miracle from Petrus up at the top of the stairs.
What are those?
Is this it? This is the...
Yeah, that's Petrus.
Yeah. The only thing is
Force
I'm
is the name of the...
Force, okay. So what do I need? How much do I need for that?
4,000 required souls and 12 faith.
Shit, I've got a bit of work to do.
You get 21 uses.
I wasn't actually intending to put that many points in faith, to be honest. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get good.
You don't... You don't absolutely have to. It's
No, I'm not.
but
It is not in my game plan to have that much faith. Because... Yeah. Because George
the good
Carlin...
thing is, actually, Chain Dog. The good
Yo.
thing is, later on, you can actually get a catalyst that allows you to cast miracles using intelligence.
Ah, like the candle sword in Dark Souls 3?
Kind of, only better. It is cheaper, and you can get it earlier.
We need to find out. I hope that advice we gave. I know it sounded a little bit disjointed, but that advice that we gave 35k about the Shadows of Yharnam was helpful.
I hope so too. I should probably purchase. It is one of those games that I probably should purchase a hard copy for, so that I can download it faster and get onto it and help people out who I meet that absolutely need help.
You probably just need decent interwebs, mate.
Oh, hush.
Yeah, alright. See, I can't understand that about America, alright? Is that...
Neither can I.
Is why has America... Why have so many Americans got shitty internet? That's... I mean, is there a...
Politics. Politics and money. By throttling the internet even though they make claims that they don't, and not providing the internet speeds that they say they do with certain excuses that they use, they are able to get paid more money by more people for providing less content.
Oh. Sounds like a game by Activision.
Yeah. Doesn't it though?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Oh. America by Activision.
Oh! Oh man, I really am not doing myself any favors here. I don't want to spend the next
probably say that
I don't want to spend the next hour streaming me dying from skeletons. That's just embarrassing. And that, but then again, Sorcerer Glass Cannon against
that's the
Yharnam.
issue.
And who's one-shotting?
He's getting one shot.
With the sword.
The katana. It's the
Yeah.
next. He's
Yeah.
one shotting him every time.
Yeah. He should still pretty much be a priority target.
I will make one more suggestion. Unless 35k has is bound and determined to get through the bosses without the help of any of the NPC summons. If you summon the one that's at the top of walkway where the closed-in gated area is. If you summon that NPC in with you, and as soon as you go through the fog wall, go to the left or right and try to circle around the enemies, the NPC will actually first target one of the melee characters, and that will give you a chance to circle around behind the pillar and go 1v1 while leaving the caster out in the cold.
Sorry, Xander, what was that? Because I didn't hear a word of it.
Look up and away from bird. Toward well and stairs on other side of Fire Lake. Go that way for fast progress.
Are you ready to progress?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Back to Firelink. If you can take the stairs up the cliff that you were originally going up.
Ah, okay. I was just going that way to get the chests, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Alright.
chests and any shinies that you could grab without killing yourself too many times.
I'm just trying to remember how I dealt with Shadows of Yharnam with my arcane build.
I would like to summon, but I'm out of the inside. My basic EVP isn't what it needs to be.
Ooh. Out of insight. Where can he farm insight? Do you need insight in order to get summoned into somebody else's game? No, you don't, do you?
No, you need insight to get somebody else's help.
Right. So if you're just ringing the little bell, you can farm insight by getting summoned into Chalice dungeons or any boss fight and helping defeat that boss, and you'll get the insight from the boss. It's usually 1 or 2 insight instead of the normal full amount.
Chalice dungeons are so good. Oh fuck!
Yeah. You should have 1 Chalice dungeon open by the time you get to the Shadows
How come
of
he
Yharnam.
fell over and the skellies didn't?
I can get summoned, but everyone is playing Fortnite.
Yeah, man! Oh, dude, don't I know it?
You said it perfectly.
Oh.
I'm out in the cold.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, that's no good, mate.
Souls player problems.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't have Bloodborne even saved to did he answer the question whether it was which platform he was playing on?
PS4.
Oh, he is
PS4.
playing on PS4. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. But it's fine for it.
What time zone is he in? GMT or UTC?
GMT or
Yeah, GMT or UTC. It's the same thing. It's just some people refer to it as GMT or UTC.
Chain,
Yeah, it's me.
you can...
You can do it.
Oh. I kind of figured this was what 35k was doing.
What's that?
I'm watching you play Dark Souls
Hmm.
Remastered. Waiting for you to reach my invasion
You fucking sniping cunts.
East Coast.
Oh my god. Oh, you rule, man. You fucking rule. And that one thing I love about somebody who's got the balls to do that is someone who's got the balls to fucking tell you they're about to do it. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Shane, if you come down to the bottom of the steps again, you can actually leap across the slit to the bottom of the bridge platform, and just barely sneak around the pillars to grab a ring of sacrifice. It's a one-off ring that will allow you to keep your souls.
You mean down there? What? Where am I going?
Down to the bottom of the stairs where the knight was.
Oh, you mean right down
or
the
where
bottom?
the hollow with the shield was.
Oh, yes, that's right. There is a little ledge there, down there, yeah. Oh, how do I get there?
So it can go down my preferred way is to go down to the very, very bottom of the stairs here. And you can take a running leap across the small gap.
Oh god,
between the end of the walkway and the bridge. You have to hold O to run, and then tap it to jump.
You've died
Tap,
to get
tap.
present.
Oh, like.
Prevention ring. Nice.
You have to be running jump.
I have to be what?
You have to be running to jump.
And then how do I actually do the jump maneuver?
Once you're running, you quickly let go of circle and press it again.
Oh god, okay. I'm just trying to practice this. Alright. I got this. Oh god, can I creep around this?
Yes, you can creep around the pillars.
This is making me nervous. Don't like these heights. It's too high, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Are you speaking of the game or yourself?
I'm half expecting fucking 35k to fucking pop out of nowhere at fucking any time now. That's just.
Are you at Invasion Launch?
I've got no idea. And there's obviously an area that I have to be in that.
Yeah, there's certain there's certain things that have to happen before he can invade you unless you're in human form. If you're in full body human form, then they can invade you in most areas.
I don't know, he cracks me up the way he puts it. Alright, so is this an interesting...
It'll be a quick invasion. And you can make the jump back again.
Oh, look at that. Something nasty in there. Might just drink an Estus. Oh, don't do that. Okay. I think one of the major things about Bloodborne was the pistol parrying.
Right?
And I don't know if
it took away a lot of the visual changes.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if that's one of the things that may have got my arcane character through.
Oh, it got my character through. Ugh. My character, my arcane character wasn't a full 100% arcane character. It had some other utility, but not very much. I think my arcane character was actually a strength character up until strength plus 24. Maybe? And then I was getting my first arcane builds.
I'll tell you one build that's really OP, and I mean sorcerer classes are really OP in the end game of Bloodborne, but the other class is pyromancers.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
In Bloodborne?
In Bloodborne, yeah, pyromancers.
I didn't know there was pyromancers in Bloodborne.
I think they were. Or am I getting? I might be getting fucked up with Dark Souls 3. There we go. There we go. Drunkenness is real. Oh my god.
Well, sometimes it is hard to tell the difference.
I'm still not getting used to this this not omnidirectional dodging.
It is definitely interesting.
Why are these guys falling down so easily when those skeletons just didn't want to fall down? Look at this guy. Yeah, you.
Because the skeletons were actually a higher level NPC.
Oh, were they? Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know now.
Yeah. That's the thing you'll find about Dark Souls. You can easily access areas that aren't meant for you to actually traverse until you're much higher level. If you had kept going past the graveyard and down the stairs even more, you would have ended up in an area you're not supposed to be for a long
time. What was the message?
I should have traded Dex for Dexterity for Bloodborne. Too bad there's no hunter.
Okay, Blood Tinge is okay if you want to go with a damage heavy pistol, but to be honest, you don't really need to have that much blood tinge to be a good parrier. You really don't.
I will actually counter and say that I did add up to 20 to 25 blood tinge on my arcane build that I really wish I never had added. I wish I could take that blood tinge away and add it to arcane instead.
How high did you get your arcane in the end?
My arcane, I think, got up to 68.
68. See,
70.
you don't need to go any higher than 60. You really don't. A lot of people say that you do for the damage, but the thing is quite often with builds it'll take you past the 120 meta, and I think it did. With you ended up leveling up to about 125.
I only took it up to 124, 125. I didn't go any higher than that, and that was only because I was still seeing some return on the damage increase that I was satisfied with.
Could you grab me another one, please?
And it actually did help me with the final battle with Amygdala, and then that one bitch. The bitch.
Fucking what's her name?
No spoilers.
Mary or something. Oh, sorry. I can't remember what her name is anyway. I'm not going to hit these barrels because they're wrapped in something, so that tells me they could fucking blow up in my face. Look at these narrow. Look at this. That's so narrow.
The barrels won't blow up on you.
Oh, okay. Okay, stop doing that. Oh, okay. Obviously, can't go up there right now.
Arcane of 49. What is your character's current
Thank you.
level? 35k.
My God, 35k wants me to, and that it makes me feel like I need to download Bloodborne again.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
I do want to play it again. Even
Oh, so do
though
I. Even if it's just to help out, like in occasional parts, it's like it's just such a fucking great game. I love it so much. Oh. Oh no 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 no.
I don't like that
The
sound.
camera and audio guy will be out for a while.
Okay.
You're surrounded.
Yeah, I got surrounded again. Yeah, I'm dead.
Level 1, my arcane is currently 49. And level 111. I kind of don't want to change it.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
111.
Yeah. I mean, you can get away with a decent arcane build without hitting 60 arcane. It just 60
That
really.
was just a special thing that I did because
60 is like for an arcane heavy character. 60 is sort of like your the thing about arcane as opposed to other skills in Dark's in Bloodborne rather, is that it still scales really well past 60. Whereas the other skills don't. There's really not much point going past 60, but in Bloodborne Bloodborne you can.
There is one set of deck that will actually return quite a bit of damage output if you go past 60 dex.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement, and that's why I stopped at 60, because there was other things that I wanted. I think my blood tinge, I maxed out about 20-25 as well. Just for the extra damage on parry. But nominally your pistol work is mostly parrying, and you don't really need blood tinge to be a good parrier.
No. Like I said, I really am upset that I even put those points into blood tinge on my arcane build. It came to a point where there was only one spell that used the blood tinge, and it was so timing heavy on its use that it was practically useless compared to my other arcane spells, and it didn't even do enough damage because I didn't have enough blood tinge for it to do damage.
I'm still trying to remember though what what it was what the technique was I used against the Shadows of Yharnam though. I'm sure it was still pretty much the same as any other build would normally use. And that's leaving the caster till last. But I'm just wondering if there was anything in particular that I did. I just can't quite remember. guaranteed if I was playing it again, I'd fucking it would just come straight to mind.
Well, we practiced it enough times.
Wow, yeah. What? How many times did we run that boss fight? Like with the group?
Well,
Many times.
We had three or four of us. No, we had 5 of us.
5 of us, yeah.
We ended up running multiple times through with 5 of us. Only 3 of us ended up platinuming it.
And that's because we were the only ones that could that had the tenacity to stick through those last fights in the chalice dungeons.
Oh my goodness.
The chalice dungeons.
It was definitely racking on my sanity at the time.
Yeah. They are so good,
Whining
though, the
like a
chalice
little bitch.
dungeons. They are wicked.
Towards the end, I was whining like a little bitch, but I had to finish the game.
If I'm missing out on messages at the moment, 35k, it's because my offsider is currently having a shower. If you haven't guessed already, Lupin's my son. I'm already a fairly accomplished gamer. Much to his mother's horror.
So he says he's parried Dex Shadow 5 times. Each time, he gets damaged as he lands the shot. He parries and dies. Because he gets 1 shot every time.
Okay.
The problem is he can't even use the the true full-on cowardly run and gun style of the glass cannon mage, because the longer the fight goes on, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
At some point, even if you have 2 of them up, if you get just enough damage and leave them alive long enough, the serpent shows up.
I'm trying to remember who the 3rd shadow was. You had the sword shadow, you had the candle shadow, and...
I think it was a blood tinge. I think you had a dex and a blood tinge. Now that I'm thinking about it, because there wasn't an actual strength shadow that I'm aware of.
Because the thing about the sword guy is that he had a... Oh, here we go. There's another message coming through. Pyro mode shadow. Is it the pyro that I'm thinking of that we left till last, or was it the candle guy? Fuck.
No, we left the candle guy till last.
Yeah, it had to. It is the candle guy.
He was
yeah.
using arcane skills that, if you were paying attention and watching, you could easily dodge and keep out of the way.
Yeah.
They were only dangerous if you weren't paying attention to where the mage was.
Yeah.
No, he's right. There was somebody that sat there and streamed fire. Huh. They had the flamethrower.
Yeah, don't remember him being a fucking major threat though.
No, the biggest threat there is always going to be the Dex.
Yeah, but the thing about the Dex guy is that he was easily staggered.
Yeah.
He didn't have. I don't think he had very high poise. And I think that was the
No,
key.
he didn't. But you have
that-
to take the chance to stun him and then riposte, or at least shoot him. You have to be able to stun him without him landing a partial hit on you. Most of us had just high enough vitality or vigor that we were able to survive 1 to 2 shots. Even my arcane build was able to survive 1 to 2 shots, so getting a stagger off on him while taking the hit was no problem.
Not me. I never fucking took him on. I always got you guys to do it. No, I did solo him. I did solo him at one point.
I take him on with my arcane build anyways.
I did solo him at one
took
point.
on
It was a
the
real
mage.
fucking awkward fight, but I do remember that his poise was his weakness. If you could fucking break his poise, you could actually hurt him quite badly while he was staggered.
Did you get everything down at the bottom
I've no idea. I'm just
where you
gonna
drawn?
knock this guy out first, and I'm not gonna go through the fog wall yet. I'm not that silly.
No.
Seriously, I would have to fucking have another crack at that battle to fucking remind me exactly how I dealt with it with my arcane build. 49 arcane is good, but it could be better. Seriously, 50 when you hit 50 plus, that's where you start really noticing.
That's when you start entering nuke territory.
Yeah, that's real nuke-worthy territory.
To put it this way, at 68 arcane, my black eye orb?
Yep.
That spell.
Mm-hmm.
When I was getting the critical headshots, I was doing almost 1,000 damage per shot. I think at one point I got a 1,400 crit.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
the
'cause we-
rapid fire spell.
Because we would arcane tag team sometimes, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You would be
Forgot.
casting it and you'd be getting between 140 and 240 damage, and I'd be sitting there 800, 800, 1,400, 800. I think I actually staggered Amygdala pretty well with one of those crit shots.
Amygdala. Fuck that.
Oh.
What a fight, eh? What a
The
fight.
one name that explains all of all of Bloodborne.
Amygdala. That guy's trying to get above me. Is that what he's doing? Where did he run off to?
There is
Oh, no, there
one
he is.
from the downstairs area that will try to sneak around. He'll climb the ladder and come in behind you. But he generally doesn't follow you down into the lower building there.
Look at these noobs. In Dark Souls 3, I'll just shoot him with an arrow. Now, speaking of souls, where are my souls? I thought I dropped some souls around here.
If you're looking, 35k says all the arcane weapons are behind that shadow paywall, aren't they?
The
Only if you're
paywall?
looking for an actual... Yeah, you have to buy the expansion in order to get the Uber weapon.
Oh,
weapons,
yeah.
instead
No,
of just
no, seriously,
arcane
there's
sorcerers.
enough in the original game to make you formidable as a PvE player,
Oh yeah.
and being able to hold your own as a PvP. And that, admittedly,
As great
some
as
of the
as as great as the Moonlight Greatsword is, it's really not the it really isn't going to break your game for you.
No matter what people might say about the DLCs introducing weapons that are put behind a paywall to try and encourage you to buy it to get to better your builds. There's always going to be a build or a character out there that's gonna outdo you, man. It's definitely not a pay to win situation. I can assure you that.
Yeah.
They did not unbalance the game.
I platinumed.
The weapons are cool.
The
weapons are cool. Don't get me wrong. The weapons are cool, and they're different. But that's the only difference, is that they're cool. That they're different in the way that they're used. But there's always a way to counter them.
The biggest boost to your arcane damage that you will find in the game is actually in the vanilla game.
Yeah.
The DLC introduced a paired item that can actually enhance the item that you get in the vanilla game. But it's still attached to the item from the vanilla game, and it'll boost your arcane DPS insanely.
I'm just about to spell power. Oh, there's my souls.
Oh, he means that they're past the Shadows boss.
What's past the Shadows boss?
The items he needs to actually become an arcane build are past the Shadows of Yharnam.
Oh, okay.
I think he's somewhat right about that.
Yeah, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Although at that stage of it, would he not have already picked up the what was that fucking mace called?
No, he wouldn't have.
I thought no.
He could have. He could have.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He could have.
No, you're right. He definitely could have.
It's the small one that's afterwards that pairs up with it, but it's that it's the large. I'm sure, and it scales wickedly off arcane. And I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a it's like a Tesla. It's like a fucking portable Tesla rod. I've been streaming for a little while. I might need to look at shutting off soon.
It's the Tonitrus.
The Tonitrus, that's it. The Tonitrus. Have you got the Tonitrus?
You should have Tonitrus by now.
Wait for a response there.
The Tonitrus is actually the weapon that I used to carry my arcane build as far as melee weapons go all the way through the game. I kept that one, and Ludwig's Greatsword actually turned into a great arcane weapon as well.
Yeah. I remember you really impressed me with that.
Yeah. Ludwig's actually, if you put the fire runes on it or arcane runes on it, it'll give you an A or S scaling on arcane.
Yeah, what with Ludwig's, what it doesn't actually tell you is that the I think it's a fire power that's associated with. Is that correct?
You can put full fire runes on it.
And it scales. Those runes will actually scale off your arcane.
Yes.
And that's one thing that isn't
Fire
explained very
arcane.
well. But fire will scale off arcane.
Yep.
And that makes Ludwig's a very, very powerful option.
between the Tonitrus and Ludwig's, I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
pretty well with
You're-
those just those 2 items. For
My
melee
memory's
all the way
coming
through
back.
on an arcane build.
Yeah, and you're dead right about that, Liam. You're dead right about that, mate. And it's the runes that really set it off. And I remember now. I'm starting to remember. You used the Ludwigs against Amygdala.
Yep.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. I remember now. That was epic.
The reason I went for the Ludwigs with fire and the Tonitrus with bolt is because the Tonitrus has bolt already attached to it as its special activation, and you can just increase its arcane scaling on bolt. And most of the enemies that you come across are either immune to bolt or immune to fire. They're never resistant to both.
I think he's I think one thing that 35k is worried about is his like the vulnerability of putting himself in a vulnerable position with a low vitality, which is understandable. But I think the and particularly when you charge the Tonitrus, with its overpower, with its overcharge, it's a pretty much of a devastating poise breaker. So they're not going to be attacking you back straight away.
If you actually, it's a pretty fast weapon too. It's like a short sword in its speed.
I'll be back in a moment, guys.
If you charge the bolt on it, it will actually stack up bolt on an enemy to the point where it'll stun them.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about the delay.
Thank you.
Okay. Alright, so stream's been running for a little while, so I'm actually going to look at shutting it down at this point.
Do you want to make it to the next bonfire, which is pretty close?
If it's pretty close, then yes, we'll definitely do that. And it's just that real life is calling.
Yep. Mine's been up for 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, has it been that long?
Yeah.
Crikey. We spent most of the time chatting away.
It's
I've
easy to
done
get
bugger all.
involved, huh?
Oh well, look, I love talking about this sort of thing, and it's just yeah, and it's nice meeting people too that appreciate the games on the same level. So
Yes.
okay, so which direction are we going from here?
Through the fog wall.
Okay, so the fog walls I've noticed aren't quite the same as the fog walls in Dark Souls 3. The fog walls in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, carry on.
In this game,
Mm-hmm.
the maps, because they are all interconnected through shortcuts, have been split up into awkwardly positioned instances. Whereas in Dark Souls 3, the only instance change you needed between the maps that you can portal to is the boss rooms.
Right, where am I going from here? I'm at the top of the staircase.
There's a shiny underneath the stairs first. When you first walk through the fog wall.
Shiny! Yeah, breaking walls. Woo, yeah!
Keep breaking in our door.
Because I don't care about... Okay.
What if someone living came back to their house and they saw everything broken?
So I'm at the top of the stairs again.
Alright, now you can keep going up the stairs.
Up the stairs where I can hear things walking around. And a big fuck off dragon. Okay.
Alright.
Dragon.
You've got a couple of... Don't worry about the dragon, it should be gone now.
It reminds me of the
You can
dragon in Dark
continue
Souls
on now.
3.
Yeah,
It sort of shows up, gives you the willies, and then toddles off.
Yep. There will be a few melee hollows up on the flat ground, and one with a crossbow up above that will constantly shoot you.
Yeah, well, he's doing a
So you
pretty good
do
job
have
of that
to-
at the moment, yeah.
Yeah. You just have to try and time it so that you can dodge the shots in between your casting. Has 35k left?
I don't know, I haven't seen any notification. To that.
I haven't seen
effect.
anything from him since he left.
I've sort of been expecting him
Are all
to
of the-
fucking ambush me at any moment.
No. Alright. No need to go to the right yet. There will be a shiny through that closed door.
Oh no, we've got a message come through.
I'm fighting pigs to get killed by shadows.
Okay,
Oh,
that's-
hi.
I'm fighting pigs to get killed by shadows. Why are you fighting pigs?
Uh-oh.
What?
35k doesn't know about the shortcut that I'm aware of to bypass all of the pigs and snakes.
Oh!
The Tonitrus mace is short enough in swing time that you don't have to stand still for very long. You'll also get more damage out of it if you can get a parry off without getting hit. You can also time its shots to hit everybody. You'll outrange most people's attacks, except the Dex.
Oh, here's the bonfire here.
Yes, you found the bonfire. How to explain in words the shortcut again?
With words. The shortcut's a little bit tricky because first of all you've got to go down to that T junction that leads down to the left hand side goes down to the boss fight where the three shadows are, and the right hand side goes up to a gate. Because I can't remember which side the gate opens from, whether it's the side that you drop down to. It must be the side that you drop down to.
What's the anti?
Is that the shortcut you were thinking of?
Yeah, it's the side you drop down to, I think, that opens the gate. I don't think you can... You might be able to open it from the other side.
Okay, no, maybe you've got to drop down to open it. I'm just trying to remember it, because that might be one of those trick ones where you've got to open it from the other side, but then it's a shortcut you can use for repeat attempts on the boss.
Yeah.
Bloodborne
You might spend a couple
doing
of lives. You might spend a couple of lives finding it, but if you continue searching along the right-hand side of that map on your way to the boss, there will be a ledge that you can drop down into a gated area.
Pardon the interruption on the stream.
I don't think we have any of the videos that include the shortcut.
No, it's probably something we should have done though.
Yeah.
That would have been handy.
We will be remedying that later.
What's the anti-pick shortcut?
Yeah, we know it. We know it, it's just explaining it.
Remembering all of the landmarks. Okay, there's one point at which you come across your first large bundle of snakes at the top of a hill. Below that hill, there are 3 snake people in a corner, and further below them, there are 2 large bundles of snakes at the bottom of a ravine.
If you follow past along the right side of that ravine, and just keep running straight, I believe the drop-off is straight on the other side from where the ravine is. You'll have to watch out for another large bundle of snakes to you as you approach the drop. If that makes any sense. Did you just cut the broadcast?
Yeah, I have just momentarily, sorry.
35k.
Alright, well, okay, I'm back again. Now, Liam, I hope you picked that up, but I need to terminate the stream at this point. So,
right.
35k, thanks for your input, and that will hopefully we'll catch up with you shortly. And
we will talk to you later.
yeah, Chain Dog signing off from. Thanks from Lupin and Liam. Thanks for joining me on this, mate. It's been a long stream, but it's been an enjoyable one. It's been great chatting, and we'll catch up with you guys hopefully on another stream in the near future. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye, mates.